There's no crisis called immigration. The crisis is unemployment. The crisis is poverty. The crisis is inequality. The tragedy of the South African society is that you've got a population of 5 million Europeans, or so-called white people, who are settlers, who have settled here over the last 300 years, who have used colonization and apartheid to enrich themselves, based on the humiliation of the people, not in South Africa, but in Southern Africa. And these people, as it were, Samgela, remain very, very privileged. They remain very rich.
Dr. Ngozi, you've got your diagnosis completely mixed up. One thing that I've come to find about South Africa is that you have your ideologues and you have your empiricists. The ideologues are committed to sounding intellectual, to sounding smart, and fulfilling these ideological objectives that they've constructed in their head, compared to the empiricists who observe the on-the-ground reality and see what's actually going on. Ngozi, the great tragedy in South Africa is not white people, it's not white settlers, it's the ANC, it's the black political establishment. You mentioned their unemployment, poverty, and inequality. Who has been entrusted by the citizens to address those problems? Is it not the responsibility of the government to create an environment conducive enough for investors and businesses to want to invest into the country so the economy grows, they create businesses, and the unemployment rate goes down? So Ngozi, tell me then, why is it since 1994, when the ANC took power, there were 3 million unemployed black people compared to 11 million unemployed black people in 2022? That was 4 years ago. That's a 240% increase in those statistics. Why? Even your great mentor, Dr. Ngozi Thabo Mbeki, said the ANC does not have a national development plan to address unemployment, poverty, and inequality in this country. Yet you want to come here and shift the blame onto white people, as if it's not the government's responsibility for addressing those issues, as if it's not the government's fault for having created the environment that has facilitated the immigration crisis that we find ourselves in today. Go on further to mention inequality, and this is the thing I don't understand about ideologues like you. Tell me why, Ngozi, since 1994, our Gini coefficient in 1994 was 0.59 compared to 0.67 today. You keep on proliferating this narrative that inequality mainly centers around race, when it's not. The key drivers of inequality in this country are unemployment, of which the government is responsible for addressing that. And then further, tell me why, Ngozi, is inequality greater between black people than it is among black people to white people? Tell me why intraracial inequality in this country is greater than interracial inequality in this country, Ngozi. It's because there's emerged a black political bourgeoisie, of which you are a part of, that has stolen and monopolized state and public resources for their own benefit. They have looted and hollowed out state institutions. They have taken government contracts to enrich themselves. You mention white people getting rich off of colonialism and apartheid, but you don't mention your friends, your fellows who have emerged and who have benefited and privileged themselves off the backs of the very same poor black majority that you claim to represent. So Ngozi, you can keep on lying to